Are you tired of feeling like you're being overlooked in the competitive world of business acquisitions? Do you find yourself struggling to get brokers to take you seriously, return your calls, your texts, your emails? Well, you're not alone. But fear not, because in this video, I'm going to share with you the insider secrets to position yourself as a serious contender in the business acquisition game. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking just to level up your acquisition strategy, stick around because you won't want to miss these game-changing tips. So if you're ready to unlock the door to the lucrative business opportunities that might be available in your backyard, become a force to be reckoned with within the world of business acquisitions, this video is going to walk you through what to do. So stay tuned until the end of this. You'll have the knowledge and the confidence to take your business buying journey to the next level. Hi, my name's Trent Lee. I've sold over 600 businesses, and the last 5 years in a row, I've been named the #1 business broker in the country for the most closed transactions. And I make these videos so that one day, whether you're looking to buy a business or sell a business, you'll reach out to me to have me help you through the process. As a buyer, your reputation among the players in the selling process, brokers, sellers, and even sellers' counsel, holds immense significance. Being perceived as unserious possesses a significant hurdle. Consider the implications. Access to prime deals is contingent on how serious you're taken and how quickly you get knowledge of those deals when they come to market. Securing crucial details about potential acquisitions hinges on your credibility. Navigating negotiations and deal dynamics effectively requires trust and respect from all parties involved. So it's no surprise that buyers often falter due to their lack of perceived seriousness. Delving deeper, we find a common root here: failure to break through to the broker as the gatekeeper for many of these transactions. Many buyers struggle to gain traction simply because they're not viewed as a credible contender, at least from the broker's perspective. Reflect for a moment on the challenges faced by business brokers and sellers. Brokers rely on successful transactions for their livelihood. Their time and resources are limited, often focusing on a select few high-value deals. Each interaction must be carefully assessed for its value or its potential value to lead to a successful close. So, in short, because I am a broker, I know how true this is. We are inundated with inquiries from individuals who lack the means or the real ability to follow through the transaction, wasting a lot of time and diminishing the earning potential of the broker. In essence, brokers are inclined to engage only with the buyers they perceive as serious and capable, ready and willing to make a transaction work. So, why aren't you being taken seriously? It boils down to the genuine perception that the broker has about your ability to go through and complete the transaction. Let's talk about how we can fix that. Option number 1, demonstrate your credibility with a previously closed deal. Option number 2, embrace the steps outlined in this video if you haven't closed a deal and you can't point to that as credibility. Since many of you are likely first-time buyers, let's focus on option 2. And here's the good news. It's more achievable than you think. It's not that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of preparation, and it can totally change how brokers, bankers, sellers counsel, and everyone else involved in the process perceives you as a first-time business buyer. So, step number 1, get educated. Brokers can tell within just a few minutes of reading your email or talking to you on the phone, if you ever even get that far. Some brokers don't even call you back, whether or not you've done your homework. While there's no need to have an MBA, you do need to have your homework done and get educated on what the SMB acquisition space before doing your outreach. You don't want to give off the vibe that you're being an uneducated newbie. In other words, this guy won't close a deal when contacting brokers. Again, they have limited time and won't give you any of it if you come across as being uneducated and not doing any homework on how business transactions work. One of the best ways you can at least sound like you know what you're talking about is to understand and speak the industry lingo. My own personal experience, when a buyer calls me and starts using phrases like SDE, EBITDA, SIM, add backs, recasted financials, debt service ratio. I know I'm talking with someone who's serious enough to at least know what they're talking about. It doesn't mean that they've necessarily done a transaction, but they at least know how to talk the lingo and they've spent some time educating themselves. If you don't know what these few examples mean, then it's a few simple Google or YouTube searches. In fact, some of my videos will help you learn what everything means, how to talk the lingo, and how to do it in a way that sounds like you're educated, experienced, and ready to be taken seriously. Step 2, define your investment focus. Let's talk about one of the most common but frustrating calls I get, as well as other business brokers, but I get this call myself as well. The call that says, I don't know, I'll buy anything approach. You know the type, the individual who claims they're ready to dive into business ownership without a specific plan or direction. They haven't operated a business before. Sometimes they're not even local to the area. As a business broker, personally, I manage over 100 listings at any given time. These vague inquiries honestly can be overwhelming. I get so many of them. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack without a magnet, trying to see who's serious and who's not. If you're serious about being taken seriously by a broker, it's time to define your investment thesis. Choose one or two industries where you have experience and competence. It's not enough to simply say, I'll buy anything. I'm willing to do anything. You need to outline your industry preferences, your geographic focus, and your price range. Brokers appreciate buyers who have thoughtfully considered the criteria because it increases the likelihood of a successful transaction. Buyers who come to me that have no experience, that are looking at certain industries that I know for sure that they just simply can't operate because they don't have the licensing or the experience, are an immediate waste of time. So don't be wishy-washy. Take the time to establish clear parameters for your search. Brokers won't waste time on those who appear indecisive or don't know what they're doing. It's a red flag for them and it signals a potential time waster. Step 3, create your buyer persona. In the digital age, your online presence can make or break your credibility as a serious buyer. Brokers are increasingly turning to online research to gauge the legitimacy of potential buyers before engaging with them further. Unfortunately, many buyers fail short in this crucial aspect of the acquisition process. Imagine if a broker were to Google your name, what would they find? For most individuals entrenched in the typical 9-to-5 job, the search results we'd likely find LinkedIn, professional accolades, job titles, network affiliations, that type of stuff. While that's impressive and a good start, this information alone won't set you apart from the crowd or convince the broker of your seriousness. Brokers want to work with buyers who exude commitment and readiness to close deals promptly. If your online presence suggests you're merely dabbling in the idea of business ownership while tethered to your current job, brokers may dismiss you as a casual observer rather than a serious contender. So, what do you do if you're concerned that maybe your employer might discover your intentions to explore business acquisitions? It's a valid concern, and here's the solution. Create a succinct one-page PDF summarizing your background and your investment criteria. This document serves as your buyer profile, offering brokers a comprehensive overview of your qualification and intentions without compromising your privacy. Include a link to your one page with your initial communication to brokers. By directing them to this credible resource, you demonstrate your commitment and you will set yourself apart from 9 out of 10 other buyers just simply by putting this together. It shows that you are ready and engaged in a meaningful discussion about potential deals. And here's even one more thing. If you put in that one-page PDF why your background makes you the ideal buyer for the business that you're looking at, that will go a long way in talking with business brokers. By crafting this online buyer persona, you are positioning yourself as a serious player in the world of business acquisitions. So take the time to curate a digital footprint wisely. It could be the key in unlocking a lucrative opportunity in your market. The next option is get pre-qualified from a bank. There's nothing that's a bigger waste of time, at least from a business broker's perspective, than the buyer who has no money and is going to find the money once he feels good about the deal. That's an immediate red flag and someone we're not going to even bother talking to. Can you do that? Yeah, 1 out of 100 deals. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Does it happen? Yes, but it's rare, and you're facing an uphill battle to try and find the business before you've found the money. Here's what you need to do instead. Number 1, be prepared to show proof of funds, and both options, a letter from a bank that you've been pre-qualified as a buyer. If you can't or don't have the funds yourself, get a money partner. Get an agreement with them before you start contacting brokers. This shows that you have the ability, at least from a financial standpoint, to close on a transaction, and it will make a big impact on the broker's ability to take you seriously. So there you have it. Just a few easy steps that you can do at home at your convenience to really change the entire perception of how business brokers respond when you start reaching out. Use these strategies and it will completely change the way that you're communicating with anyone in the business acquisition space. Remember, also, part of what you need to do is have a credible team with you. So just as much as you need to reach out to a broker on the sell side, you might need someone to represent you on the buy side. You'll need a due diligence attorney, escrow services, or a closing agent attorney to help you through that process. Getting the team in place is the last step to really put all the pieces together and change the perception of how you're looked at when you're a first-time business buyer. If you found these videos helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to help you out throughout the process of buying a business anytime you need it.